So I'm Andrew Baylis. I'm the VP of Global Business Support working at Stuart. I've been at Stuart now for just over 6 years, managing the customer support, live operations and quality and compliance teams globally, supporting all 6 markets. Stuart has been working with outsourcing partners for over 5 years now at different stages as through our growth. And we've gone through exponential growth over the last 6 years, opening multiple markets. Of course, then the customer support teams, live operations has become much bigger. And this became an internal challenge to be able to manage. And that's where we first looked at outsourcing with another provider around about 5 years ago. We started an RFP process towards the end of 2018. We were looking at different BPO suppliers inside Bulgaria because that's where we had our existing outsourced team, and Pontica was one of the top 3 that we selected during that process. Due to some internal changes at Stuart, we sort of paused for a while, and then along came the COVID pandemic, and we were actually in Bulgaria talking to Pontica about a week before all of the lockdown happened. And the best thing there was the flexibility from Pontica to be able to have a team ready within a week, working from home solution, everything go live, and decision was made one day before the lockdown started. And here was really a massive cultural fit. So this is one big reason that we decided to go with Pontica. Company sizes were quite similar at that moment in time. The level of flexibility and engagement from the team was fantastic and allowed us to handle the pandemic very quickly in being able to have teams ready at short notice, but as well, they were able to grow with our business. So as an on-demand logistics service, we saw massive growth throughout the COVID period. Of course, everybody's at home, everybody's ordering their groceries, fast food, and all kinds of other things. So our business was growing, and we needed to ensure that we had sufficient support around that, and Pontica was able to meet our needs and expectations. So with Pontica, we've been working together for over a couple of years now. As mentioned, we've gone through this massive growth period with COVID. Pontica opened multiple sites as well, supporting then our business needs for specific languages. For example, opening the Polish market, they were able to open a site there as well so that we could source local language speakers and then be able to support the operational growth there. We've won 2 Stevie Awards with Pontica as well, representing then, of course, customer satisfaction improvements, automations through chatbots, and of course the flexibility again with the actual team in being able to adapt to the growth with Stuart, market launches, and from an operational perspective, again, Pontica really understands the Stuart business. So they're able to get into the detail of our processes, support with process improvements, and the engagement with the customer support agents. It's amazing how they actually feel part of the Stuart business, and therefore the level of feedback and innovation that comes out of Pontica is really, really good, and has helped us, one, maintain a good level of customer support service, so our response times, overall efficiency with the teams, and of course continue to improve customer and courier satisfaction along the way. It's when we're looking for an outsourcing partner, the biggest thing that we've discovered over the years, interviewing many, working with a couple of others along the way, is really the cultural fit. This is where Pontica and Stuart really align with one another on our ways of working, on the understanding of how the business needs to be run, and again going back into that level of flexibility, efficiency, and the innovation that comes out of Pontica. This is where we've seen, one, with the growth that we've experienced, being able to open new locations very, very quick, and being able to source great talent as well. That's really what has been able to continue to grow together as 2 businesses, because we actually have very similar growth paths, and as well the development of the tool set, and then of course the improvements along the way. In one word, I would say we grow together is really where we have the synergies between the two companies. The growth stages for both businesses have been quite well aligned. We've learned from one another as well, and this is where we've been able to support businesses on both sides through efficiencies and then the overall development of the company. So we supported one another in our growth stages.